He's going to come and tell us a little bit about his business. I'm excited and looking forward to it, and I hope you are. I hope you've had an opportunity to grab yourself a cup of coffee and enjoy. All right, Jiarui, it's all yours.
Good. Thank you, Laurie, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present our business here. And thank you, everyone, coming for this presentation. Yeah, for this presentation, I have two goals. One is after presenting, I hope to get feedback from everyone here. Also, since we are raising funding, if you know someone, it will be good to connect me to somebody, locally. Yeah, our business, Innatrix, we are developing long-term, eco-friendly biological product for controlling pathogens. Global pesticide market is really big. Just for fungicides or bacteria side, the market will be $28 billion by 2024. And you probably all heard the chemicals, a lot of them have health concerns. So 20 to 30% of them will be banned in the near future. One problem, for example, leaf blight. This is a pretty big problem for potato, also tomato, because this is a omicid similar to a fungus, kill potato and tomato plants. Also, you see, make the potato tuber looking really bad. We cannot use them, so a lot of food waste there as well. Chemicals partially could provide some control for this leaf blight, but one problem is chemical toxic for the environment. Another one is the leaf blight could overcome the chemical after a couple of years. So we really need more and new solutions to tackle this problem. So our company, we are producing protein-based biological products to provide control. So the product will be eco-friendly, also cost-effective, since we are using our high throughput system to develop some protein product. And we got a patent last year to protect our protein evolution platform. And because of the robustness of our technology, we could manage the pathogen resistance in the field. And the customers, we are right now thinking mainly the crop product distributors, since the farmers rely on them to get products from them. Then how the technology works. The pathogens like leaf blight is the omicid, bacteria or nematode. Those pathogens, they secrete a protein, actually a few different proteins called effectors. Those effectors help the pathogen to infect on plants. So what we are doing is we use our technology, the protein evolution technology, to identify some protein ligands. Those ligands will bind to those effectors. After binding, those effectors will malfunction, then their infection process will get blocked. So based on this concept and this technology, we are developing the product. Then how we could apply the product? We are thinking first step is we are trying to do the seed coating. Means we use the product coating the seeds because, for example, the potato, the seeds transmit this leaf blight. So after coating the seeds, we hope the leaf blight will be blocked transmitting between the tubers. And later they grow up in the field. If we see this late blight, we could do the folio spray as well. For the product, we are thinking, yeah, we always need to compare to the available chemicals. Also, recently some microbes also a bigger product field. Compared to the chemical, you can see pretty clearly we could use a much less cost, $4 to $5 million versus $300 million. We could use much less money to develop our product. The time to market also much less time. Usually 10 years for chemicals, we just take 3 to 5 years. I know compared to software, this is still really long, but in our field, this is it's already pretty short time to the market already. And as I mentioned, our product will be eco-friendly. So safety side is pretty good. And we could manage the pathogen resistance well. So that means after our product into field, even we could see the late blight could overcome the product, we can quickly evolve actually new product to the field to manage the resistance. As I mentioned, since we have quite a good advantages, especially the safety part, we have more advantages. So regulatory part, we could be easily manage the process. Actually, we started working with the regulatory consultant for this part. And also compared to the microbes, you could see pretty similar for the cost, time, safety, and manage resistant part. We are similar to those microbes. The microbes, usually they found the microbe either in the soil or on the plants. Those microbes help the plants to fight late blight or other pathogens. Since we use the protein, we pretty sure the protein, the structure, the protein feature. So for the production side, we have a very clear path. We just use the fermentation to scale up the protein. And it's the production cost, we could manage a pretty low cost. And since the protein structure pretty clear, so we know the stability could be easily managed. So overall, we also have some advantages over the recent hard field, the microbes. We also talked to quite a lot of potential customers, actually over 150 customers during the NSF SBIR program. So we learned the ecosystem. Basically, we talked to the whole ecosystem in different parts, and we could generate our protein ligands working with the manufacturer to scale up, then hand over to distributors. Those distributors will sell those products to the farmers, the growers also, we could call them. And during the whole process, the pest control advisors, regulators, or researchers, they influence the whole ecosystem as well. So for the pipeline, as I mentioned, actually our team is really small. So right now we mainly focus on the late blight. We have already moved quite a long way for the progress. And we identified the targeted protein in the pathogen side, identified some protein ligands. And right now we are in the lab doing efficacy testing to find out what's the effective protein ligands. After that, we will do the product development, also prepare the EPA submission package. And also to other pathogens, you probably heard citrus greening and the soybean cyst nematode. Each of them at least $1 billion market. And they really no good solutions for control them. So we also started our journey to control these two pathogens. Until now, we have raised $1.7 million. Actually, $1.4 million from our founder, Dr. Marshall Edgell. He put his own money into the company. And last year, I have raised around $320,000 non-diluted funding from NSF SBIR, I-Corp, 1NC match fund. And in the next 2 or 3 years, we are looking for probably $4 million to help us to develop the product, also the EPA approval until we could officially launch the product. As I mentioned to you, externally right now, we mainly got some non-diluted funding from federal, also state government. And starting from this year, we are looking for capital investment or equity investment as well, since we need quite a lot of money to help us to develop our product. And for revenue side, we are thinking we could do a license first, since several ag tech companies are really interested in our technology platform. We could help their projects, also product development. So license could be first revenue source starting from next year. But eventually our major revenue source should be coming from sales of our product, probably starting from 2024. As I mentioned, our team is pretty small. Our founder, Dr. Marshall Edgell, he established the company a few years ago. And Peter is our engineer guy, is building up our automation system to do the protein evolution to find the protein ligands. And the two new members, Medicine and Ramya, joined us recently to help us for our business and marketing directions. We have a very strong advisor team. Dr. Pam Maroon, she successfully founded 3 companies, all successfully exited. And Dr. John Selmarin is a local entrepreneur, also a world leader for ag tech field, help us for business development. Then we have a few other members, Matthew, Shrew, Mike, Dan, help us for our business development in different aspects. And Mary Mason is our attorney doing all the legal work for the company. Yeah, overall, for agriculture, I think we should find the economic way, use fast fashion to develop some eco-friendly products to be able to feed the growing population. And I'm confident our company Innatrix has all the tools to do this job. Yeah, here is my contact information. I will be happy to connect with you folks and continue the conversation. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jiarui, for a great presentation. I do have a question. More and more people are becoming aware of environmentally friendly products and the need for them. And we have many. So we have like, there's some new technology with the mushroom. We can develop styrofoam from a mushroom. But the markets continue to face these huge hurdles, these huge challenges. What challenges is your company facing? I mean, do you see those challenges? What kind of challenges are you experiencing?
Yeah, great question, Laurie. Yeah, we definitely face quite a different challenges because overall this is really good for the consumers or farmers, but over a long time, for example, the farmers they use chemicals because they pretty effectively to control those pathogens or pests, and the cost also pretty good, reasonable. And compared to those, the cost for biological products right now, as I remember, usually a little bit more expensive. So farmers may really think twice whether take a biological or not. So that is one challenge. Secondly, I think the consumers also, I think somebody did some survey, found out that the consumers, they like it, but will they really take these products? Still a lot of people not sure, so they don't know, and they may not want to take these. Yeah. So overall, I think we really needed to educate the public, the farmers, yeah, for the new product. That is not a fast process. It's a long process to my understanding.
It is a long process, but I will say that awareness brings change. And so it's definitely long overdue, Jiarui, long overdue. But I live in a rural community, and if you ride through as the farmers are planting their crops, they have sections of their field with different products that they're using. So they have them marked. I mean, will you guys participate in those type studies?
Yeah, we not getting there yet, but if there is some opportunity, we would love to try that for sure.
I know you've shown that you've gotten some grant money already. Have you gone to the USDA, some different ecological groups, maybe something even international, to see if there are grants available for you to get additional funds there?
Right, this is a great point. USDA, we tried once. Yeah, we got a pretty good feedback. Just the USDA, for example, last year the budget a little bit lower than the normal time. So we will keep talking with them. And the international part, I didn't do much yet because I don't know what area we are suitable to apply, and yeah, how we could get there. So if you know some resources, yeah, I will be glad to talk to you to see.
And have you been to some of the larger farmers and farmer organizations to get their support? Because they can also steer you in direction of potential money. Some of these larger farmer operations do have a good amount of money, but they can help you and connect you to people, especially if they know it's going to be something a product that will not harm their land, make it unsuitable for future use. That helps them. Plus, people are all about organic or natural things now. They don't want to put a lot of chemicals in their body. So there's a lot of things they can use to connect, because they're looking for ways to try to find ways to prevent some of the issues you've mentioned without using heavy chemicals.
Yeah, this is a good point. Yeah, just connected with the NC Sweet Potato Society or Association. Yeah, but I needed to connect more of these farmer organizations.
Good morning, Mr. Lee. This is Dr. Fair. I have a question, and I great presentation, and I can see the benefit of your product. My question is more oriented towards the funding or the investors. Do you have anyone that's specifically focusing on investment?
What? Sorry, the last part I got a little bit.
Do you have anyone that specifically focused on investors? Identifying investors.
Oh, you mean the funding part? You mean to identify some investors interested in this area?
Okay. So
Yeah.
you is that what you're looking to do here?
Yeah. Actually, I'm because starting from this year, we are looking for some capital investment. So, yeah, if anyone knows some groups interested in this area, yeah, it will be great help for us. Yeah.
Okay. So have you looked into uplisting your company to the stock market, OTC?
OTC? No, not yet.
Well, I mean, the OTC over-the-counter market is for small companies, looking for funding, and essentially it operates just as the stock market do. It's just for smaller companies with, smaller caps. So it may be something you might want to look into. It's an excellent way, and I know a number of businesses that have listed on the OTC, and they generate a significant amount of funds to fund, research and things like that. I myself am invested in a couple of those companies, and the capital, the money that they raise is really significant. And there are many different ways that they position themselves on the market, but it may be a viable way to raise funding for the next couple of years. So just take a look at it. Again, it's the OTC,
Okay.
and it's there just for the smaller companies, that wish to raise funding. I will say that the biomedical sector is booming right now, and because of COVID and because of just the era that we're in, there's a lot of funds being pumped into the market, because people just know that that's a popular area, and they want to get in on the investment itself. So your product, I would see, doing very well on the market. So just something to maybe take a look at. Yeah,
great point. Yeah, I will look into this OTC market. Yeah, really great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Jiarui, we also have a question in the chat. This is from Don. He says it's a great idea to replace killer chemicals with eco-friendly methods. Are there any published test results yet, or is this all theoretical?
Sure. Yeah, they have quite some publications in this area. Yeah, that's for sure. And for late blight, I don't know biological products already available, but for other pathogens, I know some products already in the market. Also, some papers. Convincing results published to support the biologics really a good way. But also on the other hand, the biological products not just a magic wand to handle everything. I think overall still we should eventually use the chemical and the biologics, maybe do the combined solution. That will be probably a whole season control the different pathogens. That will be a good way to go. Yeah.
And Don just typed in what I was getting ready to tell you. Have you looked into working with NC State, because they have extensive agricultural research? They have a lot of farm land that they do a lot of research that you could connect with them. In addition to that, on their Centennial campus, they have a lot of companies that are there working with the university. But NC State is very well known for its agricultural research. So if you've not connected with them, I would highly, and Don highly, recommends that you work with them. But if you've never been on the properties back there off of Lake Wheeler Road, they have extensive farmlands that they use for research.
Yeah, this is a great point. Yeah, we got a connection with the NC State in different formats. For example, two new members actually came from NC State. We got connected with their extension agents. Yeah, we probably needed to get more of their research facility, different professors as well. Yeah.
And you might want to also consider most states, and usually goes down to the county level, have agricultural extension agencies that they use that even if there's not something they can directly do for you, a lot of times they can connect you to people.
Okay. So tell me again, what's the wheel?
They're agricultural extension agencies. And
Okay.
like in North Carolina, there's pretty much one, I believe, just about in every county.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah, I will connect with them. Good. Thank you, Cindy.
And don't forget the rural counties, because that's who's going to be using the product.
So what have you been doing to market your business?
The market part, to be honest, we didn't do much because right now we're doing efficacy. We are close to finish proof of concept. We want to make sure we get all these done first, then starting doing the marketing. Yeah, so marketing, very little work done so far.
You may not be able to market your product yet, but you need to start marketing your business and your concept, because that's how you're going to pull in potential investors. If they don't know you, they can't invest in you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But
yeah,
at least start getting the name of your business out and what you do and what you're developing, so that people can start knowing that you're out there. Yeah,
right. Yeah, this is a good point. Yeah, we did a little bit. For example, we have a LinkedIn website. Yeah, keep sending some update, some news. We connected with the NC Biotech Center. Sometimes when we got a patent or got a grant, yeah, or some other exciting things, they publish some news. So we did, yeah, some of these efforts, right?
And that might be a good angle that you take right now, is to market your news and what you're working on, what you're developing, anything that's come up, just to again, keep your name out there so people know who you are and what you do. You got to attract the interest. You got to have them know about you, because if they don't know you, they will never invest in you. They will never help you because they don't know you. Yeah. That's really true, right?
Do we have any other questions for Jiarui? Well, if not, I'm going to take the last question, and Jiarui will stay around after 1NC is over. You guys can feel free to have a conversation with him. He's also provided his information in the chat. If you're interested, please reach out to him. Jiarui, I'm going to take the last question. What can this community do for you? How can we help you?
For this community, I feel, actually last week I joined you folks. Seems a very good community helping entrepreneurs. So I hope, as I mentioned in the beginning, hope, yeah, you focus when you think of some of the groups could be beneficial for our business. I will be happy to talk with you, to connect with the groups. Yeah, like today mentioned the farmer organizations, different investing groups, even NC State, and some other like OTC market. Yeah, so I will be more than really appreciate if you connect me to some people or some groups who could help our business. Yeah, since we are really small, we need quite help and quite some help and support. Yeah.
Well, you have a fantastic business, a much needed business idea. And so we would love for you, once you replace all the toxic things that we put on our fields today with a more eco-friendly, environmentally friendly product that would be beneficial to everyone, we would love for you to come back and tell us more about your success. And so again, I personally, I'm very passionate about the environment that we live in, and I think that we abuse it. I think more and more people are understanding the fact that the significant impact that we are making on our environment. And so there's one quote that I always love. You never change things by fighting existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And I absolutely think you have that. So continue on with that. We would love for you to come back and talk to us. We'd also like to invite you to come back and be a part of our audience, connect with those audience members, because you never know who you will have the opportunity to connect with. So it was a pleasure having you, Jiarui. Please stick around. We may have some questions or comments after the presentation's over.